Welcome back, Aries, my friends. This is a reading for my friends, the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, for the time period of the 23rd of August on. It is a 10-card, 10-day reading. First, I want to draw a James Van Praagh lesson card for some nice basic energy to work off of. Sometimes it's a message, sometimes it's something underlying. Also, at the end of this reading, I'm going to go over to Vimeo and I'm going to do a focused love reading for the end of summer. It's the magical love reading. It takes two people, one relationship, and tells us what they bring to one another. Okay, now, let's start here first. The energy card that James Van Praagh is bringing to us today is purpose. I know what I am here to do. So many of us spend our lifetimes searching for our purpose. For the Aries involved in this reading, you already know what that purpose is, and good for you. Good for you. All right. First, I need 10 cards down. I'm being told to cut it first. And then feel for the energy. I'm being pulled here. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Second time I've laid it out like this today. 7, 8, 9, 10. It doesn't matter. All right. Doing some juggling maybe, looking for some balance, some harmony, where your money is concerned. Possibly. First, let me grab my cheat sheet here first. And in the first position, we look at your current circumstance. And that is the Tower. Goodness gracious, Aries. The ending. Some ending is explosive here. Definitely an ending of some kind is being spoken of here to someone. I'm not going to place this energy on everyone, but this is always a warning. If there hasn't been an ending in your life, you may need to prepare yourself for one. Although what I like about the Tower is really that there's a lot of work that can be done with the foundation, with what's left after the fall. Whatever it is that brings this Tower down, there's always something to work with at a very basic level. Now, let's take a look and see what is crossing you or complementing the situation. The Four of Swords. Now, this is an interesting energy and message that I'm getting from this, because what I could say is that some of you have been separated from a situation that is currently explosive. You may be understanding that a former partner is having some problems. You're away from it. There's distance. This is the separation card. Now, we can also say here that there's an ending here and it creates a separation. So whether it helps you or it hurts you, there's a separation either before, during, or after an ending. Just so you know, it can go either way, but I really feel that this is a separation that has either happened before a disaster and you were away from it when it happened, or this is a disaster that happens that creates an ending. Now, the best you can expect at the present time. The Seven of Cups. Confusion. Maybe not really being sure of your future, sure of what the future holds for you. Maybe you have to choose a new direction because something has come to an end. Is it a home situation that's come to an end where you have confusion? Because again, we're talking about the juggling and the foundation, the very basic source. And for some of you, this is an issue with your actual dwelling. There's some confusion here, though, and whether you're here or not will really speak a lot to your personal connection to what's going on here and how personally it affects you. Now, the hidden factors around you. The devil. This is the ending. Aries, this is the purpose for the ending. Hidden factors around you. Hidden factors around you. I almost feel like somebody left their crack pipe burning and it started a fire. Because this energy, he brings no good. And he's a fire starter. And this can always represent a fire, an actual fire. The devil, he brings no good. Whatever this hidden factor is, you need to be aware that there's something, there's an influence there that is, it's creating a situation for you that doesn't feel good and it doesn't feel right. For whoever, whatever Aries this is being affected by, there's a past influence here that really doesn't bring good energy. I don't think we're talking about a Capricorn here. Not with this tower business going on here. This demon here is the reason behind your confusion. And it may be the reason why you left the situation in the first place if you're already away from it. Now, this position asks, past events influencing you in the present day. And we've got the Four of Cups. Oh, goodness. For some of you, this is a relationship from the past. It was the cup of love that you maybe once extended to someone. And now you reflect on that person and you see that there are situations around that person that are not going well. I think that whoever this is, whether this is Taurus, who's going through an experience with the devil, or maybe you left that situation already, this is saying you made the right choice. That there's a position that this person is going to fall into. And it's not going to go well. So if you've already broken from that, the message here is that you probably made the right move to begin with when you left. The next situation, or the next position, what is your next move? King of Wands, pursue your own goals. Pursue your happiness. Go with your drive. Go with your ambition. This situation with this person, that is past. It needs to stay in the past because there's a road to drive and ambition ahead of you that doesn't involve this monkey business, whatever this is. And some of you have already walked away from this. This is your chance to look at the situation and go, boy, am I glad I walked away from that, because you need to go after something better here. In the next position, how you see yourself at this time and what you can do. The Three of Wands. Well, on the level of the King of Wands, who goes after passion and drive, this is the growth that comes from that. So you yourself can be experiencing some healthy growth in your life. But this person or this situation that you had left behind, they may not be experiencing the growth. They may be experiencing the pain. And you may be needing to look at your situation and say, God, am I glad I walked away from that when I did? This needs to be a period of growth and for self-examination. And maybe you need to ask yourself, was my timing good here or what? Because it feels like someone is in for a fall and you may be watching it happen, unfortunately. But it feels like you're away from it. And that's the positive part here. The environment you're in. The 8 of Cups. Joyfully leaving behind a situation that just wasn't serving you well. It was of no benefit in your life whatsoever. And so some of you already saw what was going on here with this devil and this personality and the road they were heading down and the separation from that situation, the parting of the ways. Aries, this is the walking away just in time. And if I said Taurus, forgive me. If I say Taurus at any point during this reading, forgive me. I just finished Taurus's reading. The environment, the leaving behind and walking towards something that is far better. Even though you may feel like you've been rejected or hurt or cast out in one way or another, what you're heading towards is something far better. Your environment. If you're moving towards a new environment, you can expect a positive outcome from that move. Now, hopes and fears. The world. Well, this is what you're hoping for. It's the hope that the cycle completes and that life takes on a happier journey. It's about the completion of the journey. You can talk about world travel, too. So you may be opening yourself up to a whole lot more once this situation is left behind for good. And now, the outcome. Aries, the outcome for you is the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles. Security. Focus on the home. Success. Finances. Well-being. Health. Nurturing. She's kind of the whole package here. And so what I can say here is that this break, whatever it is that you've experienced, you now have a greater sense of what your purpose is here for, what you are here to do. There's a greater sense of self. You've got a higher sense of awareness of where you're supposed to go with your life. But this mess has to be left behind, and you need to strive for what it is that your passion and your desire is pointing you towards, and you have to go for it because it's going to lead to a very fulfilling piece of success here. And so for those of you that made sense for, good for you. Congratulations. Now, I'm going to go do a love reading over at my Vimeo channel. That is, yes, the magical love reading for end of summer. And that can be found, again, at Vimeo. If you want to reach me for a private reading, you know how to do it. Contact information is here down below. And now, until the next time, Aries, thank you very much. Take care. Be well. And peace.